Hi everybody, it's Susan from Sunrise Quilt Studio, and today I want to show you the fabrics that I bought while I was on vacation in Hawaii. Now our oldest daughter lives in Honolulu, so we took an early vacation this year because we didn't get a vacation at all last year because of my cancer treatment. So we went to Honolulu, spent 2 weeks with our daughter, and one of the things I wanted to do before we left was to buy some Hawaiian print fabrics to bring home. And so one morning my daughter took us to a shop. She told me to go ahead and look and decide what shop I wanted to go to, and there are a lot of quilt shops in Honolulu and the surrounding towns. And when I was looking at websites for these shops, looking for descriptions that would tell me that they carried Hawaiian print fabrics, I only found one store, and that was Fabric Mart. And a Fabric Mart has 3 different stores on Oahu and one on Maui. So we went to the one in Aiea, which is the closest to where my daughter lives in Honolulu. And there is one in Honolulu, but it's a little farther away from her house. So we went to that one, and this is a big warehouse type store. I think this is probably their main store on the island there. And it has lots of Hawaiian print fabrics, of course, but it has more than that. It has not only cotton Hawaiian prints, they have cotton poly cotton Hawaiian prints. They have quilting cottons, they have silk, they have, I think it's chiffon, they have lace like bridal lace, they have outdoor fabric, upholstery weight fabric, they have all kinds of stuff there. And then they have sewing notions and thread and tools and just about anything that you could want. So we went to that store and we spent an hour and a half to 2 hours there, and I got everybody helping me in my family. My husband and both of my daughters were helping me pick out fabric. So I want to show you what I found and then kind of go over ideas that I have for using this fabric. Okay, here's the stack of fabric that I bought, and I had mentioned that I spent an hour and a half to 2 hours in the store, and that's because they just had so much to choose from and I was having trouble deciding. Now this is kind of wholesale priced fabrics. Prices in Hawaii are higher than here in the Midwest on the continent. So I was expecting to pay between $15 and $20 a yard, and I think most of this that I bought was about $7 a yard. So I was really happy with the price, and so I knew I could buy more than what I had planned, but the problem was choosing what I wanted to go with. So my husband found this fabric. Now this was a single fold fabric on a roll. It was on a roll instead of on a bolt, and I liked the mottled background and I liked the color. It's a fuchsia color. And then there's the plumeria, which is a flower that is commonly found on Oahu. And so I went with this as my main fabric and then went in from there to choose extra fabrics to go with it. Now I went in with a quilter's eye, is looking for things that I felt would be good in a quilt. These are large prints, you can see, so I'm going to have to do something a little bit different than a small piece block. So I'm going to come up with something different for that. But then I came and chose this one, which is also another plumeria, but it's a pink and white one instead of yellow and white, and then it has a yellow background, and it's on the mottled background like this one. So I bought 2 yards of everything, so I have 2 yards of each of those. And then I went with this one, which has the pink and the green, and also it has the pink and the green and also some yellow in it. So I thought these 3 fabrics would go pretty well together. So from there I decided I needed some solids or blenders of some kind to go with this fabric. So I went to the other side of the store and they had a lot of batiks, and I liked all of them, and it was hard to choose from them too, but I found pieces that I felt would go good with what I had bought. So I have this one, and it has all different colors in it. It's got yellow and has fuchsia, and of course yellow and fuchsia together is going to make the orange, and we have some purple in there and green, and I think it'll go pretty well. And you can see on this side there's a lot more fuchsia on this side. So I have that piece, and then I have a fuchsia tie-dyed fabric. This was also in their batik section, but it's not really a batik. It's just a kind of a tie-dyed fabric, hand-dyed fabric. And this one is a batik. It has a leaf pattern and a floral pattern on it, and it's got the green and the fuchsia again, and some dark blue and some brown. So I'm not sure all of these are going to go in the same quilt. We'll just have to kind of see. Here's another one that I liked, more fuchsia and green. And then this is a tie-dyed one. If you've ever done any hand-dyed fabrics, and there's a technique that you can do to make this effect, and you either put a bead or a piece of rice where this circle is. You put it like underneath the fabric, and then you tie a piece of string underneath it, and then you wrap that string around this fabric, and that makes a resist, so that when you open it up after you've rinsed it out, after you've dried it and rinsed it out, and then you get this effect. So and these spots still have the creases in them from how they were tied, so I know how that was done. But this had, you know, multiple colors in it. It has blue, which these others did not, but that was just a fabric that I really couldn't resist, and I just wanted that. Now, my plans for this fabric, I do want to make a quilt of some kind, and I don't know how many of these other pieces that I will get in there, but I have these 3 here that go well together that I'm going to use, and then I think I will use this solid in there, or this hand-dyed fabric here. I don't know that I'll use these others in there. These will be used for other projects. And there's like 2 yards of each piece, so I have plenty of fabric here. So that's 8 yards. And I think I'm going to bring back the big block quilting phase that went on, I don't know, was it 10 or 15 years ago, maybe longer. That way I can kind of fussy cut these fabrics and get the patterns out, the designs out that I want of these, because you can see these are really large prints, and if I cut them into smaller pieces, it's going to lose the effect of these beautiful prints. So I am going to be doing some research on some big block patterns, see if I can find anything I like. If not, I'll come up with something of my own and make something out of this. I also need a new purse, so I may make a purse out of some of these too. So that is kind of my plan for this. I've got these fabrics for a quilt. I could possibly throw in one of these pieces. I don't know yet. This one probably would work pretty well. It has the greens and the fuchsia in it. So this could also be a piece that would go into a quilt. So I'm pretty excited about them. I've got some other things I got to do before I can get around to them though. So, but as soon as I do, I will show you what I'm up to with these. Our vacation was really fun. We spent 2 weeks and we went all over Oahu, everywhere from Honolulu up to the North Shore. Went to the North Shore a couple of times. We got to see sea turtles beach themselves. They come they like to, the green sea turtles like to come up out of the ocean and lay on the sand and, you know, raise their body temperatures. And there is a beach there where they do that a lot, and they have volunteers who stand there and they watch the turtles, and when they start coming ashore, they make sure that people stay far enough away from them so as not to disturb them. So I think that was really good. I was really happy to see that. And we got to see some surfers and some people with sailboats, and we did some hikes. We got to do a lot of driving around to see the lookouts. So we got a lot of pictures of the island. We went to a lot of beaches, I don't know, 5 or 6 different beaches, and the water was nice, and we just had a lot of fun. We also went to Pearl Harbor and saw the Arizona Monument. It's not open at the time. You can't go on it because they're doing some construction work on it. They're doing some repair work on the walkway that goes from the land to the monument. But we got to board the USS Missouri, which is also docked there. And I don't know, we just had a lot of fun. And if you ever get a chance to go, I highly recommend it. I never thought I'd ever get there, but we managed. So we were fortunate that we knew somebody who lived there, so we didn't have a hotel bill. So that helped. We also went to the zoo, and we went to the aquarium, and we ate a lot of Hawaiian food, and a lot of, we had Korean, we had Vietnamese food, Chinese food, Thai food. We just ate a lot. You know, Hawaiian barbecue was really good stuff. So we had a good time, and I will get to working on these fabrics and let you know what I come up with that, and I hope to see you in the next video.
Thanks for watching. For more quilting ideas, click on the video links, and to keep up with my newest projects, click on the subscribe button. I hope to see you again soon.